Super fly for the Dumbos. Plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. First carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On second down, here's Locke. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Here's Locke. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They'll fake it. Now Locke. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. 3rd and 2, Locke. A dump off to Elliott. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Two jet.
From the gun, here's Watson. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Reset. Two jet.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Come back. Down. Blue 80. Tiger.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Reset. Come back. Tiger.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson out left side here to Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
Two jet.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, Steel Curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the Steel Curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
Here's Watson, and Rudolph has it left side. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Tiger. Come back. Tiger.
On 3rd down, Watson escaping the press. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith in there to get him well behind the line of scrimmage. Gosh, it's a loss of 17, and it'll be 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Now a handoff. It's Freeman trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out. A shotgun snap for Watson. It finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That goes for a gain of 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Target.
To throw on second is Watson. Steps away. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Target.
From the gun on third, Watson. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfired.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Hurry!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Out to his left. That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's Luck now on second down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The shotgun snap for Love. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jesse Bates, the rookie safety, his first pick in the league. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Richmond. Tiger. Two jet.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
Okay, let's face it. Most of the offensive linemen in today's NFL, they're going to weigh over 300 pounds, but that doesn't mean they don't have agility. And the way that they can get out in front of a runner and create a space, sometimes it looks like they're going in one direction, and the runner uses his eyes to take him in another direction because it's been blocked so well. Love those misdirection or counter plays, and this one worked really well for a nice piece of yardage.
He wasn't ready. Come back. Tiger. Two jet. Tiger.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Bryant. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Come back. Tiger. Come back.
Now a 1st down throw. Watson flush to his right. He'll let it go deep for Freeman. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Two jet. Come back. Richmond.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Tiger.
3rd and 2, Watson. He's got his target, it's Cobb. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Randall Cobb, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Gano out to kick this one away. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And Luck will be intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
Richmond. Two jet.
counter. Devontae Freeman. And some space here. Devontae Freeman now going to get him. Touchdown, Jaguars. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Gano out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck. Drops it underneath to Elliott. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
Luck on first down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Now they got to get to the line quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And now out come the Jags. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. Watson on first down. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. Spins away. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Three down. Reset. Come back. Richmond. Two jet.
Here's Watson now on second down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Check that. We're going like 52 right here.
And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either. I
think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw on second down is Locke. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Von Miller in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Third and long, it's Locke. Rolling to his left. Going deep here for Watkins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Andre Howe. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Not that time for Watkins. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Sheds off the tackle. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. Freeman again, a first down carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Black 99 Philly. Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Two jet.
Now Watson to throw on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bryant. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll give it to him up the middle. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and goal.
Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. So the Patriots coming out now. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, here's Locke. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Locke completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of a first. Here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Again, Luck. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Throwing again is Locke. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. New England on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go larga. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Back to throw, Watson. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Check. Crunch.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Tiger. Come back. Two jet.
Watson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Where is this play going? Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. 20, Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will get him 1 closer. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw in this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers. Fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Yeah, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. The Jaguars on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back. Richmond. Two jet.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Had a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Dancing to his left. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down, Luck. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grab.
Now a hit, and Luck lost the football. It's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drop.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Freeman. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Throwing now, Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, and keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles, and really scatter some people, can't they?
On third down, Devontae Freeman. Pretty move. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Richmond.
Now it's Watson. Throw here's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Locke. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Watkins, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Andre Howe. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Come back. Tiger. 2 jet.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead in there to drop it for a loss of nearly 20 yards. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And down he'll go at the 25. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these 2 teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years.
Somebody call for the trying to move it up. It was like, skipping school, that's the truest about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me up by the morning. I had me some breakfast by the morning. I had a sip by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder. You got a picture. You got to picture me. Pacific